I think the one thing that you mentioned that our viewers might want to get a little more information on is you said authority. Now, it makes me think of a couple things, but I was thinking of a conversation we had with a client last week, $20 million company, really successful, having some really, good growth in the last couple of years. But when we started to really dig into their website and a lot of their search results, we found out that the authority just wasn't there. So it almost is, I guess you have to figure out whether like web traffic is super important to the business for growth. That's kind of step one. So are you getting, just referrals from doctors and you don't really need web traffic, or like, do you have a distributor network that's basically, sending you leads and the website's just there for information? Or
sometimes it's like a validation tool. Like, for example, we have clients that sell employee benefits.
Yeah.
And there might be some value to SEO, but say I have 1,000 employees. A lot of times people aren't making a $100,000 decision based upon the first person that comes up in Google.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense. Right. But, so get back to the authority piece. So like, how does that authority piece sort of work hand in glove with the keyword piece? Like what's that relationship?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that we're looking to do, let me go back to this. I'll try to use as many analogies as possible. You know what I mean? So let's go here. One of the things that you need to realize is that how long does it take to rank? And I'm going to get to your question by answering this. I don't know that you know who this is. This is Neil Patel. He's kind of like Elvis in our industry. He's going to say those low competition keywords are going to rank in about 121 days.
So 4 months.
Yep. Medium competition keywords, 304 days, and high competition, 365 days. If you don't have authority, like, don't even worry about high competition. And you might not even be able to worry about medium competition because you essentially haven't done this. So what happens here is we're going to look for those keywords that have real high visibility, but low competition.
Low difficulty.
Yeah, low difficulty. And let's pretend like all of those keywords, we're going to ignore those skyscrapers and we're going to go after all of the land other than the skyscrapers, right? Once you're on the first page of Google for tons and tons of keywords, right? You're going to be in a scenario here where you've developed enough authority. And by developing enough authority, you sort of earn the right to be heard in the eyes of Google. And then later on, as you build authority, you are able to go after those medium-sized keywords and those keywords that are a little bit broader if you really believe that search volume is going to be, worth the effort and the competition. But when you have no authority, and you can find out, like you keep saying authority, literally you have a domain authority, and you can use a tool like Moz. You can use any tool, those are free downloads, they're Chrome plugins, and you can go to your own website and find out how much authority I have. And so what happens here is the more authority I have, the more, I'm using broad terms here, the more authority I have, the quicker my keywords are going to rank bigger, stronger, and faster.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, so how do you actually get that authority though? Like, what's that process look like?
Yep. Well, we find that there's a number of different things that we do. Getting on the first page of Google for the keywords that have less competition, that's going to be a factor. Okay. Using citations to make sure that you have all of your name conveyed accurately with name, address, and phone number and directories is going to be a big thing. Okay. But the biggest thing and the holy grail of all this is backlinks from authority websites. Definitely. And that's an art and a science. And we unpack that a lot in our podcasts, but it's those authority, those authority pieces. It's those authority pieces that are going to really be important.